News 8 meteorologist Michelle Podell joins us now. She's going to answer one of your questions in her Ask Michelle segment. What do you have for us today?
Well, today we're talking about the snow, but we're talking about it snowing when it's not very cold. The question today comes from Beth via Facebook, and she says, I've seen it snow when the temperature is above freezing. How does this happen?
What's up with that?
What's up with that? Yes, exactly. Well, let's first take a look at the typical snow setup. You've got a deep layer of cold air, temperatures 32 degrees or colder. The precipitation just remains frozen and crystallized, can't melt at all. One setup for rain is that it begins as snow, then it hits a layer of air that is warmer than 32 degrees, warmer than freezing. It melts into rain, and then we see it as rain as it hits the ground. Well, it is possible that we can have snow when temperatures are above freezing. It is rare, but it can happen, and here's why. Here's what you need: very dry air. Now, the process that we look at is evaporation. That's when liquid turns to vapor. This process requires heat. Now, evaporation is a cooling process, the same reason we sweat.
Right.
The evaporation cools our skin, so it's kind of the same deal. As snow falls through very dry air, evaporation helps cool the flakes back down to 32 degrees, and this process of evaporation takes away the heat and keeps those snowflakes cold. Now, the drier the air is, the warmer it can be while snowing, but of course this is rare because usually when there is precipitation around, the atmosphere is very saturated, and the conditions have to be just right. If the air isn't dry enough, the snow is going to melt into rain, or if the air is too dry or the layer of dry air is too thick, the snow will evaporate before hitting the ground. So all these things have to come into play perfectly for it to happen, but it can happen, and it's because it falls through very dry air.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Rare, but it does.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great question. If you have a question that you would like to ask Michelle.
Well, you can find me on Facebook like Beth did at News 8 This Morning, Storm Team 8 Weather, or you can find my page, WKBT Michelle Podell, or if you're on Twitter, I'm at News 8 Michelle. Post it there.
All right. Thank